Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Good morning. Oh, good stretch in the morning. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Ollie with you on your Thursday morning. Lecter is trottling in at some point. I did message him a little bit ago saying I was running late. I still have to grab something. If you were able to drop by Java Roma and grab these two specific things, I would be eternally grateful. He didn't message back. I'm not expecting it.
But you brought something in.
I did bring something in. We've got something to fill up the entire show. Now, we won't unwrap all of these because there are literally, it looks like, about 3 dozen gifts. Frankly Speaking has gone out of their way, above board, above the call of duty, and really given us a lot. It says, Happy Holidays, Cabin Crew, but they did say that we are allowed to open all of them today on the show. Now, There's too many of them, I think, to open because visual stuff doesn't usually work on the radio much.
There's a crate of them. And
there's a crate, a literal crate.
In bright colored wrapping paper.
Yes. She has just gone above and beyond and is showing just how much she really loves the cabin.
Well, hang on, we haven't opened them yet.
That's true. They could be bear traps, raccoon traps. Some other sort of trap.
We will be trapped by those traps.
That's right.
I think we're of a level where we will fall into those traps.
We will have to get a picture of this for the gram. And but throughout this show, we will be unwrapping little gifties because Christmas starts today at Cabin Radio, apparently. I know we've been hinting at it, but we get to unwrap presents today. We're spoiled little boys.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
We have a literal crate of gifts on the table.
Yeah, what's going on with these?
Frankly Speaking, took it upon herself to give us a lot of gifts. And we are allowed to open all of them. I think they're for everyone here at the Cabin Crew, but we're allowed to open all of them. So we are going to do that. We're going to do a little of that. And that's what we're going to do.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
How are we going to break this down?
I don't know, because so it's in different wrapping paper. It's in that different
all kinds of fun colors.
That's right. What kind of paper? What do you call that paper?
Tissue
paper. Thank you.
I believe.
Tissue paper. Thank you. I never call it tissue paper because every time I think tissue paper, I think of actual tissue.
You can blow your nose into this. It's fine.
Can't. That's too rough.
It's a little rough.
It's too rough.
Desperate times.
Call for tissue papers. So a bunch of different colors: blue, yellow, orange. I see green. I see sea foam. I see pink. How do you guys want to divvy this up?
Should we be...
And to all the Cabin Crew who's not here, tough. That's it.
So we're going to do one each, and then everybody else gets to come and pick one up.
Good. No, we're not going to do that. She told me that we're allowed to open them all.
I want to open this big pink one.
No.
Oh.
That's mine.
Okay.
No, grab that one. I will grab one on this side.
Are we opening them right now?
We're going to open one right now.
All right.
Pass one to Ollie. Right. Make sure Ollie gets one. Now!
Here, Ollie, you can have this yellow roll.
Thank you for giving me that small yellow thing while you open that massive, great big pink. What are you... Did you drop yours?
No, my cord is caught up in my... Professionals. Okay. All right. So we've each got a gift.
Now?
Not wait. Everybody opens.
Oh, Ollie already opened his.
Oh, you're supposed to say thank you for it first. God. Thank you, Frank.
Set it in my head.
I'm opening it now. Yeah! I got Play-Doh. I got Play-Doh.
A kettle.
Nice. We need a kettle.
We do need a kettle.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
I also got Play-Doh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frankly.
Now we can use this to teach sex education to people. Right? Play-Doh.
It's Play-Doh.
Yeah. Yeah, you just, mold it into whatever shape you want.
Well, I can tell you it's going to get hot and steamy in here with this brand new kettle.
That's right. And there's going to be all types of shapes made with these Play-Dohs. Mostly snakes. It's about the only thing I know how to make with Play-Doh is snakes.
Maybe spaghetti.
Yeah. What flavor did you get? I got blue.
Pink.
All right on. This stuff is non-toxic. You can eat it. I'm just saying. This is what I was telling the kids on Halloween.
Compound not intended to be eaten.
Okay, not intended. I mean, there's plenty of foods that are not intended to be eaten, but they get eaten anyway, right?
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Mornings at the Cabin this morning brought to you by NACC. Help NACC raise $6,000 in 3 days. If you believe NACC's programs are valuable, visit naccnt.ca to give. A proud sponsor of MATC this morning. Thank you for that. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, Lecter with you on your Thursday morning. And as we trottle towards Christmas, more and more little stories keep popping up. More and more controversy, as Ollie would say. This one took place in England. Yes, Ollie?
Yeah. Hang on, which one? Which?
The one where the
There's
Santa
just so many controversies.
traumatized children.
But which controversy or controversy? Which one was I supposed to be using?
The Santa that traumatized kids.
Controversy.
Yeah.
Pronunciation. What I was hoping
Controversy. Don't you say
Controversy,
controversy?
yeah, controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's how it's... Anyway. Good.
Controversy.
Organizers of a Christmas event have apologized to outraged parents, writes CNN, after a fire alarm reportedly prompted Santa Claus to burst out of his grotto, rip off his beard, and scream at the children to get the F out. The incident occurred at an event in the English town of St Ives, Cambridgeshire, so you could apply an accent, when an alarm at a nearby but unconnected event caused an evacuation of the building. Santa Claus tore into the room, according to a parent who wrote on Facebook. I quote from the Facebook post, "He came charging in, ripped his hat and beard off in front of 50 kids, and started shouting and swearing at people to leave. You should be ashamed of yourself acting like that in front of children. There's no way he should be allowed near a child."
Poor Santa.
I can't help but picture Simon Pegg
Simon
in a
Pegg
Santa
dresses
outfit,
it.
ripping off his beard. Get that!
Out of his grotto, no less.
One parent had to tell her child the man wasn't the real Santa, but an imposter who would be going on the naughty list.
And no longer one of Santa's helpers. He is banned from helping.
But he was technically trying to help.
That's right. That's right. And they interrupted his grotto time.
I mean, helping is great, but don't rip off your beard to help. You can help with a beard on.
Oh, so the issue for you is that he didn't stay in character.
Yeah,
yes, that's
so
right.
as long as you kept like the deep sort of the deep voice, the bass sort of notes, and get the beard on.
Ho, 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 get the F out.
Yeah, then we're cool.
Santa's allowed to panic appropriately in the state of emergency.
There's so many children. I don't know what to do.
I would imagine he doesn't encounter many fires up at the North Pole, so like this is probably a bit foreign to him to have to deal with an emergency like
die.
this.
Ho, 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 ho. You're all gonna burn. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, kids, if you're listening,
how about we get out of the school?
Kids, if you're listening, that's not the real Santa.
That's not the real Santa. But if you were one of Santa's helpers, that would be tough because you would be straddling that line between like I need to tell people that there's an emergency, but I don't want to break character. So what if he probably came out the first, maybe at the beginning, it was like, ho, 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 looks like it's getting a little hot in here. Perhaps we should exit the building over there in single file if everybody could just move. And everybody just kind of stared at him.
Wow,
like,
it's Santa.
It's Santa. Oh, my God. So after that, he's like, you know what? Ho, ho, get that. Ah! He just rips off everything. I'm not Santa. We're all going to die.
I tried, kids. I tried to make this subtle. There's an emergency.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Yeah, kids just not taking a hint because they're all starry-eyed because Santa's right in front of them. But there's a real emergency occurring.
And does CNN write an article anymore without the word outraged in it? Is that proper? Is that good journalistic? Is that good journalism? Writing outraged pretty much every article, but or adding outraged.
There generally
the article.
There generally is always someone who fits that description, though, who is outraged,
especially
regardless.
when Santa traumatizes children.
Yeah, and wherever Christmas is involved,
someone is getting outraged.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
There is a group, an engineering group in Montreal that we need to beat, everybody, in a very, very important national contest.
That's right.
We're lending a little help to Jenny, Rausch, and friends. Jenny's in the building. Morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jenny, tell us what you're doing.
We built already a gingerbread structure as part of a national competition, and the whole goal is to build something cool, make it a feat of gingerbread, raise money for charity, and then get online votes, and whoever gets the most votes is going to have all their donations doubled.
Okay. This is by Engineers Canada.
Yes.
Now, you an engineer?
No, I am not an engineer. There's two women in our group of 5 that are engineers, saw the advertisement, and were like, hey, you other women that we know through Girl Guides who are crafty and designy and love like these kind of like challenges, do you guys want to do this? And so the 5 of us kind of banded together. So it ended up being like the start of a joke, you know, 2 lawyers, a biologist, an engineer, and a teacher walk into a bar and make gingerbread. But
Okay. And I did notice it says in your email saying it's a shorebird biologist, exactly who I would be expecting to construct a magnificent gingerbread piece of architecture.
Yeah, I brought the biological authenticity. You know, the polar bear's wearing a Santa hat, the moose has boots, you know.
Very nice.
Okay, so give us an idea then. So stage 1 is you have to build this gingerbread structure. What have you built?
We built what we're calling Christmas at the Tree Line, and it goes from like boreal forest and then transitions into the tundra, and it's all things Christmassy. So we've got like a teepee with a moose, and there's a little fire inside the teepee, and there's a little chopping block and an axe, and then we've got a team of dogs pulling Santa's sleigh with a sack full of toys.
And this is all gingerbread.
Nice.
All gingerbread. It's 100% edible. The only thing that's not edible is the lights behind the northern lights, making them glow. So even the northern lights, they're all made out of sugar work, and the igloo, 100% edible.
Okay, this is amazing. So you can eat the northern lights. You can eat the whole thing, like the dogs, but you know.
Yeah,
sort
well,
of, you know,
I'm not judging.
Yeah,
The dogs.
Okay,
In my dream, Northern Lights.
So you built this thing, and then the idea is to go out, having built this, and raise money from people. You're helping Food Rescue Yellowknife?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we picked Food Rescue because we thought we're building gingerbread. It's all edible. We need a food-related charity. We got to like make this connection, bring some like money to an organization that does great things in the community, and like really, you know, you start to be, you think of Christmas and food and all these things that you have and you're grateful for, and then you realize that not everybody in our community has those same like access to those resources, and Food Rescue is trying to help like even that out.
So Food Rescue is going to get all the donations anyway, but
Yes.
the twist is that if you win the national contest, everything gets doubled.
Exactly.
And the development this morning is
that we just got surpassed by there was a team in number 2 that had been closely catching up. We've been in the lead for a while, and SBSA Engineering just finally surpassed us this morning by 1 vote.
No.
And I'm like, we can't let this happen.
We're
Like,
not going to let it happen.
No, we need some like Northern Power.
Okay,
we
so-
need some votes.
so. How do we vote? Where do we go?
That's right.
You can go
we're
to
both going to do it now.
okay, featsofgingerbread.ca.
Feats of Gingerbread. I'm doing it right now. .ca.
Woo, it's live voting.
Feats, obviously, for everyone listening, FEATS. Feats of Gingerbread, FEETS will be a completely different website. So vote now. There's a big thing that says vote now. See the entries. Okay, so there's also Engineers Canada, Home International Ontario. Where's? What's the name? Oh, the Northern
Gingerbread Women.
There you are. Okay.
Northern Gingerbread
About
Women.
the team. Yes.
Now,
Vote.
this is the hard part, is they've made it so that bots can't vote, and you have to, like, register for an account and
Doing
then
it
vote.
right now.
So I get that it's annoying, but everybody who puts in a vote, you know, donated this 5 minutes of their time, and we hope it's worth it.
No, it's fine. Password. Oh,
Just make up Ginger.
Ginger.
We're all going to know your password
Everyone can
now.
log in as me.
Yeah.
My password is Ginger.
There you go.
You know
Wait.
that's not the-
Only one person can vote one time.
Okay.
One
no,
vote
you
per
can't all log in
email.
as me. Oh, you have to create your own account. But it's
Do it
okay.
right
We're
now.
doing it. Creating my account.
Get out of the way. All right.
We send you an email to confirm your account. Oh,
for
will
goodness
you just?
sake. Goodness gracious. But
See
it's
what I
fine.
mean
Please
about
confirm your account. It's fine. We're getting there.
There we
I
go.
will vote.
And I know
for
this
this
scares some
gingerbread.
people off. They're like, yeah, I'm going to vote. And then they see register. Forget it.
Because
But
they
I'm
don't
like,
want to get emails.
you won't get emails. They say claim
Yeah.
that this is just to like prevent bot voting and that this will all be deleted at the end. But I get that it's annoying, but it's for a charity.
It
That's
took
right.
2 minutes to register. I've hit vote for this entry, so my vote has now counted.
Woohoo!
I'm
Standings.
still confirming.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, they've got 230 votes. Northern Gingerbread Women have got 227.
Oh,
We
I've hit my 3 now.
need your help. Yellowknife Northwest Territories, get
That's right.
behind our gingerbread team because we're a few votes down, and everybody they got the whole of Montreal. These guys,
Yeah, that's right.
this other team.
That's right.
And we're the only non-corporate team. We're the only like non-organized team. We're just like 5 women that were like, hey, we can do this. And it started out just like, let's make it cute and fun. And then we're like, no, we could actually like win this, not just do this.
Yellowknife, this is the Mighty Ducks of gingerbread.
I have now voted. So
And-
we're 231 to 228.
Yes.
231. They had someone else vote at the same
Just-
time.
yeah,
Oh my God.
Okay,
Unless,
we have to
unless
get
you voted
more votes.
accidentally for the
I did not vote for
SBSA.
SBSA. I will not vote for the enemy.
Hey, wait a
Never.
minute. Are you from Montreal?
That's right.
Okay,
But
well,
I mean, it's what's interesting here is that what we said about the standings: the SBSA Structural Consultants 231, the Northern Gingerbread Women 228, and third LEA Consulting Limited 29.
Right. So this is a two-player race.
It's a 2-horse race. Mm-hmm. That's right. So we need to get out there. We need to vote.
Yes.
And we'll get those donations doubled.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes. And if you want to see it in person, Center Square Mall lower level has given us space where the gingerbread's actually like set up, so you can go see it. It's all lit up, the whole 9 yards, so you can view it in person, have a selfie with it, or a gingery or whatever.
A gingery. And when will the eating take place?
That part we haven't decided. I mean, voting closes on the 17th, and we're trying to decide, like, what do we do with this structure? You're like, would somebody want it for Christmas? Would somebody want to eat it? Like, yeah. So all the snow is salt. I'm just going to say.
All the snow is salt?
Yeah. I didn't say the whole thing tasted good. I said the whole thing was edible.
The whole thing was edible. That's right.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
But the gingerbread's really good. It's structural gingerbread, so it's way stronger than, like, traditional, like, your gingerbread man cookie. Yeah. But it actually shockingly tastes really good.
Oh,
like, if you can get past the teeth breaking, dip it in your tea, it's really delicious.
Wow, it looks beautiful. I mean, even looking at the other one here, the SBSA one, it's a little boring. Just a tower.
I mean, I'm just saying it's not Christmassy.
It's not.
Structurally,
it's a tower.
It's a feat of gingerbread, I will concede, but it doesn't have that seasonal flair.
No, absolutely not. Yours, this one looks pretty incredible. So awesome.
Yeah, I was never so terrified as when we were backing it to the mall, and I could hear it like shaking in the back of the vehicle, and Alex, one of the other women on the team, and I were like, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall.
But you got it all in, well, not one piece, but I mean one piece.
It is one piece,
in one piece.
And it's structurally sound, so it is a feat of gingerbread.
Yes.
That absolutely is.
231 to 229.
There you go.
So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're going to stick it on the Facebook page. We're going to do everything we can. Jenny, thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys spreading the word.
We wish you guys all the best. We're determined to win this for you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Featsofgingerbread.ca. You can vote for Northern Gingerbread Women. I would say you could vote for Everetta Structures, your favorite, but no, you're voting for Northern Gingerbread Women.
Northern Power.
We'll get you up there.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
We've got a few more gifts to open from Frankly Speaking, because there's still there's still like a dozen left. But she did say these ones are the ones we should kind of open together. They're meant to be kind of together. You can hear this wrapping. It's a little ASMR for you.
Mine is, what does ASMR mean again?
Audio. It just means that you go really close to the mic, and it's kind of meant to be like if you put up your headphones.
Oh, so it's like sound effects.
Well, not sound effects, really. It's meant to be like someone's like right next to your ear, kind of talking while ear into your ear, and kind of doing this stuff.
That's terrifying.
It is. It is a little terrifying, but it's soothing for a lot of people. So we're going to open these gifts. So I've got the one that says, "Careful, I'm delicate," which is
a comment.
Did you get a... Oh, yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
You got himself a travel mug.
Yeah. Oh, man, these things are so nice.
I also got myself a travel mug.
Nice.
They know me so well.
French press.
Oh, look at you.
Whoa. French press.
So if you're wondering why we're doing this, someone dropped off gifts this morning. Frankly Speaking, our very own show host dropped off a crate full of gifts, if you weren't listening earlier on. And we've barely made a dent in them so far, but we've got some Play-Doh, we've got...
Some Tim Hortons coffee.
Did you just open another one?
Well, it goes together. I told you they go together. They go together. We got travel mugs, a French press. We got some Tim Ho's coffee. Yeah.
This is also way ahead of Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
Not tradition.
This is great.
Not tradition.
This is great.
At all.
Christmas starts today at the cabin because we're unwrapping gifts now. She told me, I said, "Do you want us to do this today?" And she said, "Yes."
Okay. Well,
she screamed it in my face.
We do not say no to Franklin.
That's right.
Some green Play-Doh.
There you go.
Yeah, we got all the Play-Doh.
Oh, that wasn't for you. That was for Dean.
Oh,
that's the one.
Sorry,
I told
Dean.
Because Ollie said we need to give Dean something.
Oh,
yeah.
So now you've ruined Christmas for Dean.
We'll get another one out. It'll be all good.
Speaking of Dean, Dean will come. We'll be back with us in a few minutes.
there's more gifts.
No. These are for the cabin crew.
Purple one,
I pulled one.
That purple one's
I pulled one for Dean.
You put it in front of me. There's a purple one in front of you.
Yeah, that purple one.
That's a coffee mug. Dean doesn't get a coffee mug.
Now you ruined his gift.
No, Dean gets Play-Doh.
Don't tell him what he has.
He's not getting a travel mug.
You're ruining the surprise.
That's for the cabin crew.
You may as well rip off your beard and say, "Get the F out."
F out of here.
The spirit of Christmas is alive and well in Studio One.
Cabin. Don't open that one. Open this one. No, that one's not yours.
Don't give that present to that man. He doesn't deserve one.
That's right. Well, these are pretty amazing. So thank you, frankly speaking, for some of these amazing gifts. We will open the rest of them very soon. I don't think we should throw out all this tissue paper, Scott. I think it could be reused for something.
Oh, okay. Well, I nailed the shot.
You really did.
We could pull it out of the garbage can.
Nothing but net.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by NACC. And if you'd like to help NACC raise a bit of money, you can go to naccnt.ca. They're trying to raise $6,000 in the next 3 days. So if you like NACC's programming, go show your support at naccnt.ca. They got a little GoFundMe set up over there. And we've got Dean Eskich in the studio this morning to talk a little bit about that. Dean, what's going on?
You guys need to have a mid-morning show.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little early for you.
You know, like the crack of noon.
Yeah.
So before we get into, we will come back. We got a lot to talk about with NACC. But before that, we were just bonding over a little bit of Rage Against the Machine.
That's right.
Rage Against the Machine versus Vanessa Carlton.
Love it. Best mashup of the year.
If you have not heard this yet, I actually owned the Vanessa Carlton album, not the Rage Against the Machine album. I know this will be a shock for everyone.
You didn't own both?
No, strangely. But it's a beautiful mashup of Vanessa Carlton. What's the Vanessa Carlton track called?
1,000 Miles?
1,000 Miles, yeah.
1,000 Miles with Killing in the Name of.
With Killing in the Name of.
Which, I mean, we could play a little bit, but I mean, it gets into the hard part pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's some parts of Killing in the Name of that has famously, you may not have heard this, Charlotte Moret Jacobs, her first show, played a cover
song
of Killing in the Name of, which for about 3 minutes went really well.
Until it got to the end?
And then it got to the end.
Yeah.
And there's the
part where he says, listen, I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do.
Yeah,
that part.
He voices it a little more forcefully.
He does.
He uses some words that ordinarily at 8:01 in the evening you're really not supposed to have on radio.
Back off, get your own sandwich, I think is what he says.
Yeah, words to that effect. Anyway, so Rage Against the Machine, Vanessa Carlton, go check that out. But also go to naccnt.ca. $6,000 in 3 days for this fundraiser. Dean, why the fundraiser? What's going on?
So we've had a pretty big funding reduction this year, and basically for the last 7 years, every year we've had some reduction in funding from one source or another, and we had to make up $20,000. And we've been pretty creative. We've been very efficient with our money. We've always found ways to make it work, but we're starting to run out of ideas, and it's getting tough to raise that money consistently. And we got some bigger initiatives, but they probably won't kick in for another year or two until they get going to help us stabilize their funding. So it's a fundraiser for general programming, but it helps offset the costs of, like, we had a couple show cancellations, which hasn't happened in 7 years. Yeah, right. So, like, out of our control, it just happened like that. An artist canceled. The increased costs of traveling in the north and accommodations and a bunch of things. So this will help us fund our outreach programs as well. So we want to take our programs, and we never cut our programming. Like, no matter what, we always want to maintain the same level of programming and even expand our programming, because we want to keep bringing these shows into the communities. Like, it's really important. When we had Joanne Shenandoah do a tour in November, and we always do school shows as well as the feature performances at the venues, and a town of 700 getting to hear a Grammy award-winning singer-songwriter. Like, it's just, the kids are in tears. Like, they're so moved by the performance, and that's so important to us. We want to keep that going. So, we don't, like, NACC's doing fine. Like, we're not at risk of shutting down or anything. Like, we make things work what we got. But, if we raise 6,000 more in the next 3 days, like, we'll be good for the year.
Okay.
Right. I was going to say, what is the impact? What difference does that make? If there is no 6,000, what happens?
If there's no 6,000, we just got to get creative again with our budgeting. So we'll have to move things around and to not impact our programming, but it may limit expansion, and like we'll have to kind of tone down the scale of certain things.
I mean, $6,000 isn't a ton of money. I mean, how difficult has it been to raise what you have raised so far? Because the original goal was about 10 grand, right? So you've raised about 4.
Yeah. And since I last checked the GoFundMe, we're just above, I think, 4180.
Okay.
And it's been tough at first.
Yeah.
Like, I've been really appreciative of everyone that's given so far, and like the community is so fantastic. There's been so many fundraisers going on these past few months. Particularly the Rock Hill Fire fundraiser, like the whole community raised like over 300,000.
Yeah,
it's amazing. And I know it's Christmas time; people are like tapped out. There's a strike looming, and some people might not be working in the next couple months. So I understand that funds are difficult, but I think it's been picking up.
Yeah.
And especially now, since we got the last few days, we've been seeing a lot more donations pour in.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, how long have people got to donate?
Well,
I mean, appreciate that you will take their money at any time. I realize.
Yeah.
If you miss this fundraising deadline, I am sure that Dean will be around to take your money. Right. But in this particular drive, when does the clock run out on this one?
Yeah, this drive, the GoFundMe, we're gonna basically take it down on Saturday.
Okay.
Because NACC shuts down for a couple weeks, and we're back open in the first week of January. So we're not going to be doing any promotion of the fundraiser. But if you can't give right now, but you want to give somebody on the future, go on our website and you can make a donation. We'll get you a donation receipt, and there's other ways to give as well. We usually run a raffle every first half and second half of the season, and we also you can buy a commemorative seat plate.
Yeah.
So you can get your own seat plate.
Those are cool. Yeah.
We got about 65 left. So businesses have gotten one, organizations, people, some have gotten their own seat plate. Some have got one for someone else, and makes a great stocking stuffer.
Absolutely.
You don't know what to get someone.
I like those a lot.
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted to pick a seat that already had a plate on it, I could just pay you some more money, and you could pry it off of there, and I could put my own name on there.
Yeah, just unscrew it, move it down a bit. I'm
That's
sure
right.
that works, right?
There's no official policy. But
there we go.
Maybe we can talk.
Yeah, we'll find a back way into that for sure.
Yeah. If you want your seat plate to be a little bigger,
well, I mean, if it could take up
2
the
feet by 2
entire
feet.
arm, that would be great.
Yeah.
Or just cross stitch my name into one of the seats.
Yeah.
Reserved for Jesse.
Honestly, I think a cross-stitch your name into a NACC seat campaign is likely to do well.
Cross-stitch is huge right now.
Yeah. There you go. Just a suggestion, Dean. I mean, you're doing good. You're doing good here, but just a suggestion. Cross-stitch your name into a seat.
That's right.
I paid $20.
Oh, okay.
50.
I thought you were going to say something a little more
Dean was
interesting.
He was kind of into it, and then you said $20, and you're like, yeah, that's not going to do it.
It's a lot of cross stitch.
That's not going to do it.
That's a lot of cross.
How much is one of the? How much are one of the nameplates?
It's $150 for a seat plate.
$150 for a seat.
All right,
and you engrave that. That gets engraved. That includes the engraving, or
everything.
Okay.
So you get the seat. We order the seat plates engraved, and you get a copy for yourself.
Boom.
I would go 200 cross stitch.
200 cross stitch.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm just saying.
There you go.
All right, naccnc.ca. If you want to help out, you got a day or so left to get involved with that. Dean, thank you very much for coming in. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thanks
This
a lot,
morning's
guys.
show is brought to you by NACC.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.